Myself, I am Dr. Mohan Kumar. I am going to discuss on the subject business research methodology. In the session number 41, we are going to continue with the univariate analysis. For that, under univariate analysis, as we have already discussed about, it is one variable at a time is going to be analyzed. The best example for univariate analysis with reference to marketing, it's easy to convey. See, usage of brand is one variable. Under that, usage of brand X, regular users of brand X, occasional user of brand X, and non-users of brand X. The frequency, it comes to 500. It is converted as a percentage, it becomes 100. So, one variable called usage of brand is going to be considered for analysis. This type of analysis is called univariate analysis. There it comes under descriptive analysis. Descriptive statistics we call, because we have put it in percentage. The second most important is, other than descriptive statistics, inferential statistics. Then what do you mean by inferential statistics? Techniques used to draw a conclusion about a population by testing the data taken from the sample of population. It includes testing hypothesis and deriving estimates. It focuses on making the statements about the total population. Inferential analysis, it is carried out after descriptive analysis. As soon as we complete the descriptive analysis, we start with inferential analysis. Inferences drawn population parameters based on sample results. It generalizes the results to the population based on sample result. What the result or response we received from the respondents, it is going to be generalized to the total population. Example, is the average age of population is different. Is the average age of population is different. It is the best example for inferential analysis. In inferential statistics, we discuss about hypothesis. What do you mean by hypothesis? Hypothesis is nothing but an assumptions. It is an inference. It may be true or it may not be true. What the assumptions which you made, it may not be always positive or it may not be always negative. It depends. It may be positive or it may be negative. It may be true or it may be false. To test the assumption, to test the hypothesis, we call hypothesis testing. Why do we use hypothesis? Hypothesis, it constrains the study and it is going to be more focused, and it is specifies what exactly the study is going to be identified. It restricts the area, it restricts the objectives, it limits to the boundary. Hypothesis is nothing but assumptions about a population parameter. Say population mean, we call population mean, that is an average. In hypothesis testing, the first and foremost step is to state the assumed or hypothesized value of population parameter. The assumptions we want to test is null hypothesis. It is considered as H naught. We highlighted as H naught. It's also called as hypothesis of null difference. It is null difference. Here there is an assumption is average weight of VET intern student is 58 kg. This is an pre-stated assumptions. Before conducting the study, it is an assumptions made by the researcher. It begin with assumption that the null hypothesis is true. In hypothesis testing, there are two types of hypothesis. One is null hypothesis, highlighted as H naught, and the other one is alternative hypothesis, that is we call H1. What are the procedures of hypothesis testing? Step 1, set up an hypothesis. Step 2, set up a suitable significance level. It means what is the confidence with which the researcher accepts or rejects null hypothesis. Followed by denoted by alpha. In practice, researcher we use 5% as significance, 1% as significance, and 0.1 level of significance we use normally. Example, when we take the level of significance as 5%, it means the alpha is 0.05. There are 5 chances out of 100 that we would reject null hypothesis. It is considered as 5 chances out of 100 what we would reject null hypothesis. In other words, out of 100, 95% chances are there that the null hypothesis will be accepted. We are 95% confident that we have make a right decision. This is what the meaning of 5% level of significance, or level of significance 5%. In followed by step 3, in hypothesis testing, determine the suitable test statistics. For every determination, there needs to be a test of statistics. That is, it may be with the help of t-test or f-test or chi-square test to measure the correlation, relationship or association. Then step 4 for hypothesis testing is to check the critical value and check sample result. The last and the final step is to make decision on the basis of the result what we receive. Thank you very much for listening to my discussion. Thank you once.